What? Hi. Sorry, I gotta take a little. Read my screen. Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. So yeah. So I wanted to have this live with hopes, and then we're gonna go live and do an unboxing. But I wanted to have this live tonight to talk about why am I here? Oh, Baltimore Fashion Week. So I think there's a huge, ginormous, like huge area of confusion over what's happening over here in Fashion Week University. So I'm here to clear up any myths that may be walking around on the universe and talk about the event. Um, I guess Baltimore Fashion Week. I guess I'll start with Baltimore Fashion Week. So Baltimore Fashion Week is still an event. It's still in existence. It's still here. It's still vibrant. It's still flowing. We're entering our 15th season or 15th year for those of you who don't know what the seasons really mean. And it's fabulous. It's really fabulous. So I'll run down the schedule of events. So Saturday, August 13th is the Impact Awards and the gala. We combined them back together again. I was trying to be fabulous and it didn't work out. So it just makes sense to have the Impact Awards on the same night as the Masquerade Gala, which is August the 13th. That will be held at Center Stage. So we have, I can't remember which floor it is we have, but we have the almost the entire floor. Center Stage loves us and we love them right back. And so it's going to be really cool. I'm working with this company now to hopefully help me work out this vision that I have for, let me turn my phone off. Okay. This vision that I have for when you enter the venue, the actual event space is going to be so cool. So the Masquerade Gala will include the Impact Awards, and then I have special presentations that I'll be doing that night as well as a sit down dinner. So, and sit down dinner means that you will be served. It's not buffet. We're not going to do buffet. I don't want to do buffet. It's time for my guests to be served. I love to be served. That's why I go out all the time. So, excuse me. And it's important that, for those that actually come to the event or who have attended our events in the past, it's I try to do I hope I do a really good job in representing the foundation and you as my guest as a whole when you come to our events. And so it's time to step it up a notch. So everything is being stepped up a notch. So the gala and Masquerade Gala and Impact Awards will be on August the 13th. On Monday, August the 15th is the Off the Rack platform, which is a boutique infused runway event that's open to only boutiques. And right now we have three. So time waits for no one. Yes, 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 Artist Exchange. Did I tell you who I am? Y'all know who I am. So yes, Artist Exchange, it's time to step everything up. So if you've come to our galas in the past, you know that they had. Let's leave that up there because I love Nate so much. If you've come to our galas in the past, you know that we've always had Alice in Wonderland thing. And now with us having the event at Center Stage, they have upped the ante as far as the core goes. And I can't tell you, I have a picture, but I just can't explain to you how excited I am to finally have this vision of mine come to, is it fruition or fruition? Well, come to life. I'm so excited. And when you come on the 13th, it's a whole different level. I'm so excited. So the Impact Awards And the Masquerade Gala will be on the same night. That's August 13th. On Monday, August the 15th, we will have a segment called Off the Rack, and it's only open to boutiques. As I stated earlier, we have 3 boutiques showcasing. So I'm really excited about that. Um, and the models, okay, let me go back. So we have the 15th, and I'm working on something like I've never really done an intermission during our events, but I think we need it for the 15th. And so I'm working on getting a surprise appearance. I've been talking to the guy for about maybe a month and a half now. And if you follow TikTok, you've probably seen him on there. I'm not going to tell you who it is. You'll find out after all contracts have been signed and deposits have been paid. Okay. Um, and what else? So the the 16th, which is Tuesday, is usually our lunch with series event where we invite someone in and we, host an event and lunch is served or provided for you. Well, lunch is served, provided, and there's Cat walking in the background. He always has to make an appearance, so everybody clap for Cat since he's been seen now. Um, and so I'm still working on that part. And Wednesday, there's nothing. Wednesday is a live interview with the designers. Thursday is a meet and greet. Sterling is working on that now. If Sterling, if you're watching, call me because I have another space that I want you to possibly consider. And Friday and Saturday, which is the 19th and the 20th of August, are the official runway days. So now let me back it up and talk about the pre-steps to get to Fashion Week. So if you are a model and if you came to the first casting in February and you were told and yes, you do not have to come to the casting on the 16th. So I want to get that straight out in the open. If you are registering right now, we're up to 70, I think 74 models have registered so far. And it's still early because I haven't really been marketing because I've been busy on this and it's crazy doing all this. I do have help with some things I just do myself. Not because I'm micromanaging, but because mainly I don't have time to explain it. So it's easy for me to do it and just keep it moving. So if you are registering to participate as a model for the shows at BFW, and I need to talk about that too. The shows at BFW, you need to go to the benaiagency.com. They are handling the registration and complete the registration form online. It will say to you that you need to provide images of you wearing all black, raw images where raw images mean that it's really just you raw. No, your face isn't beat. Your hair should be pulled back if it's long, or you can wear waves like me. Um, and you just stand against a white wall, a white whatever. I should not see clothes in the background. I should not see stuff on the floor. If I do, it'll be deleted, but I will be nice enough to send you an email to let you know that it is being deleted so that you can make up your mind if you registered in that capacity, if you want to move forward. Now, moving forward means that you will complete the form online and you will provide the images that are requested with the models wearing all black. That means black top, black bottom, black shoes. It does not mean submit images of you sitting on the floor in a print top with blue jeans. That will get you a no and you will be deleted. I deleted maybe 2 weeks ago 17 models, but I did tell them that their form was deleted. So it's not like, oh my God, you deleted my stuff and didn't tell me. Meh. Yes, I did. I did tell you. I sent you an email, which is why I don't talk. I send emails. That's why I'm up so late. So, with that being said, I'm going to go back a little bit to the beginning, which is where I should have started from, but I just jumped into things. So, Baltimore Fashion Week is still here, but we have Baltimore Fashion Week now has spin-off events. The first one is the shows at BFW, and it is now registered with the trademark office. And so if you see our logo, you see the little S in a circle, stands for service mark. No, we're not crazy. If you do your research, you'll see that that is a legitimate mark. And if you read further, you will see that we provide a service. We do not do t-shirts. Okay? That's when the T comes in. We are an S, not a T. So, with that being said, Baltimore Fashion Week is now called the shows at BFW. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit, a few minutes down the line. I got some other things I need to say first. If you are, so we have the shows at BFW, then we will have eventually, maybe not next year, but maybe the emerging designer platform, which is open to emerging designers who are interested in showcasing under the Baltimore Fashion Week platform. So for those of you who have been here or heard about us, I don't know. I just want you to know that even that show will be handled just like the shows at BFW. I forgot what it was called. Oh my God. I know because me and my PR person came up with it. And so now I'm gonna move a little bit further down the line. If you're interested in your boutique and you want to participate, because I'm perfectly fine with the three we have right now. Honestly, I really am. They will showcase on Monday, the 15th of August. The time it'll probably be like 4 or 6 o'clock in the evening when the show will take place, and the models will walk for the boutiques. We have not figured out the compensation for that part of it because it was supposed to be something else, and then I changed it. So now it's going to be off the rack, which is the boutique segment. And like I said, we have three boutiques that are showcasing. So if you're a boutique, let's put air quotes boutique, you don't necessarily have to have a brick and mortar. If you have a boutique, or let's not call mine a CK showroom, you have a boutique online and you want to showcase your garments live in front of our audience, you can do that. If you're someone like Nate and you make jewelry, you do accessories, you're more than welcome to register. The registration is up on the Shows at BFW website. As a matter of fact, let me put that up now. And I need to see what it says. And there it is. It's at the bottom because I'm fabulous. So the shows at BFW, which is down there, you can go and register if you're interested. Once you register, you will be required to schedule a meeting so we can meet with you and make sure that it's a good fit for everybody, not just you, but for us as well. There are some things, some questions that we have. Sterling, who is the foundation stylist, she's on. Excuse me. She will also be in a meeting, and she is good with the questions. So I concentrate more on, I guess I look at it from a buyer standpoint, and Sterling looks at it from a customer audience standpoint. And the questions can be kind of in depth. We've had quite a few interviews over the past few months, and it's interesting how they can't take it. So I mean, I shouldn't laugh, right? I'm sorry. It is not. It doesn't. It's not work. What does work mean, Nate? It's not work. All you have to do is fill out the form. We provide you with the models. We provide you with your hair looks. We provide you with your makeup looks. We provide you an assistant to help your models get dressed. What else? And that's just for the platform, just off the rack. So then for the designers that want to participate, so I need to pull it up because it's a lot. Where is it? Is it here? I don't know. Let me pull it. Let me see if I can find it real quick in my okay. So okay, let's hear it. Here it is. So if you're a designer interested in showcasing doing the shows at BFW, which is the actual runway shows on August 19th and 20th, these are the benefits that we are giving. Okay. We're giving. I'm giving y'all. The foundation is giving. Oh my God. So you get courtesy tickets for invited guests. You receive an individual date and time slot, which means that you say you the 19th is your day, and then we'll say, okay, so do you want to showcase it this time or this time? During the shows at BFW, there are no more group showcasing. Group showcasing mean you go to a show, they have 50,000 million designers and all of them show right after each other. We're not doing that anymore. We don't want to do it with the emerging designer platform, which is why there might be pushed back a couple of years because we need to, you know, get this under our belt. The goal is eventually to have a whole week of shows like this. So we're starting off with 2 days of shows, and that came highly requested from my team. And so, with that being said, um, we don't want to move too fast. Baby steps here, but not really slow baby steps. Like maybe a 2 year old. You know, 2 year olds start they start running. We're in that phase. So you get courtesy tickets to invite your guests. You get an individual time slotted date and time, hotel accommodation for one night. You get 20 models, between 20 to 30 models to present for your collection. You get to showcase 20 to 30 pieces. So, did you hear that? 20 to 30 models. That does not mean that you have a collection of 30 and you have 10 models and they have to recycle within the collection. We haven't done that since 2008. Matter of fact, I only think we did it in 2004, which was my very first show under Butterfly Productions back in the day. I don't even think we did it then because I didn't like it when I used to model. And so that was one of the things I wanted to change was that when I went to New York Fashion Week the first time in 2005, that was one thing I noticed. If a designer had a collection of 80 pieces, he had 80 models. He or she had 80 models, not 80 pieces and 20 models. Like who does that? Oh, I'm sorry. We won't go there. Then you get an editorial photo shoot, which is before your collection hits the runway. So once the models are beat and their face is done and hair is done, we have a photographer in house that will, or coming, that will do the editorial photo shoot. And you can use those images for your lookbook if you want. They're totally yours. We schedule the go see. So the fashion umbrella slash Baltimore Fashion Week will schedule a date for you to come in and select your models. Once you select your models, then you'll let me know and then we'll schedule a fitting so you can come in. It's a totally that the fitting is totally optional. The go see is totally optional. I just need to know if you're coming. If you're not coming, then let me know and we won't schedule it. We won't schedule the fitting or the go see. It's no sense of wasting anybody's time if you're not going to be there, you meaning the designer. Outside of that, you get professional production assistants, professional beauty services, hair and makeup services. Now, for the designers that are showcasing under the shows, you get your own creative look. So if you want the models come down a runway and their eyes are all black going all the way across that, that's fine because those models will only walk for you. Because remember, it's a time slotted show. There's nobody walking right after you. So the next show probably won't be for another 2 to 3 hours after you, which gives us the creative team time to transform. If that model is walking for another designer, say the show, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm wheezing and I'm trying to be real slick with it, but I need to take my asthma pump because I just came back in. I'm squirreling. I'm squirreling. I just came back in, Batman. I just came back in from shopping with my niece. She's getting married. I'm doing the invitations. I'm doing the thank yous. I'm doing everything. I just found out that I'm doing practically everything but getting married. Well, maybe that'll come soon. Stay tuned. Oh! Anyway, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, great. So back to the setting. So you get you if you're walking in the shows on the 8th, the 19th, and the 20th, and you decide, you meet with the lead makeup artist, the lead stylist, beauty professional. I don't know. It'll change tomorrow. But the lead beauty professional, you say, you know what? I want my models to have a black Batman. Thank you, Shannon. I was like, what does she mean, Batman? I don't have a Batman today. Like, I want them to have a black, just blackness, this all the way across the eyes. Then guess what? You can get that because they're not walking for anyone else for the next 2 hours. And some of them, they might only be walking for you, but it gets better. Wait. So you also get to use your own runway music. Now, in the past, we were like, oh my God, music has to be instrumental, blah, blah, blah. So there is a possibility that the runway show may be recorded, video lead type recording, but I'm not putting that in here because I don't want to say something that may not happen. Okay. I'm still working on a videographer. So we're like, I'm not paying that. You need to bring it down. You get dual marketing by Baltimore Fashion, which means that you'll be in each designer will also receive an event booklet for their guests, first two rows, first row and second row only. If you have guests that sit in the third row and back, they need to, maybe they aren't on the first or second row because you had a book with them. Yeah. You get that, and you also get marketing on social media. We are linking up with a few Baltimore promoters to help us get this right this time. And the promoters that, well, I spoke with one tonight, and I'll be meeting with that one on Monday, and they are heavily connected here in Baltimore. And it's just an honor to even be working with them. I'm so excited. I've only been wanting to work with them since 2008, since we started. And it's happening in season 15. And so, and you also get runway images from the runway. So let's talk about these images that you receive. You get, if you have 20 looks, you get 20 photos. We have never and will never send you every image that the photographer shoots. So this is how that works over here in Fashion Week University. So what we do is the photographer shoots the pictures, he shoots them, he takes them home. He lets me know when they're ready, usually about 3 business days. I don't expect them to send me anything on the weekend because I don't want to talk to them. I don't. That's my time to rest. I don't want to talk business. I try not to talk business on weekends nowadays. Unless it's dealing with Nixon Art Gallery or CK Showroom, I don't want to talk about it. So what they do is they take the pictures, they take them home. It was a smack for me. It was a smack for me. Ooh, that was a special one too. So what they do is they take the images home, they go through the images. Once they're satisfied with the images that they took, they send me the images. I go through the images and I'll pull out the top 20 looks. So if you have 20 garments, you get 20 images. If you have 30 garments, you get 30 images. What we do is upload the images on our Zenfolio page. We upload them for 14 days. After 14 days, if you or the model or the hairstylist, makeup artist, whatever, does not download their images, you won't be able to get them. I'm busy. I'm multi producing 2 shows. I'm also working on next year's show as well. I'm already in communication with the venue that I want to go to for next year. And I already selected the dates for 2023 because I'm going to be really busy and I need to get this done like right now so I won't have to worry about it. It's our 15th season and it's running like water and I'm loving every minute of it, which means that now during this time when I'm start crazy, I can go and be laying on somebody's island in their sand with my toes in the sand, chilling, drinking somebody's margarita. Well, not somebody's, but the margarita that the bartender made for me. I'm gonna be drinking that, not somebody's. So, and also the registration fee pays for the models to participate. It pays for the makeup artist. It pays for the hairstylist. It pays for the production team members. It pays for the photographers. It pays for what else does it pay for? So the models get paid, hairstylists, makeup artists, production team, leads for the production team, lead for the beauty team, the in-house photographers, and who else gets paid? I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So please, if you're a photographer, listen to me. I don't know if we will accept outside photographers. And let me be very transparent as if I haven't been already. So the reason why I have not made, and this is a solely Sharon Jamaica says, "Hi, Tina Sterling." This is totally a Sharon Nixon decision. This has nothing to do with my board. This has nothing to do with anybody. It's just a me thing. And so let's hold on. It's a me thing. It's a me thing. And so the reason why I'm not inviting or accepting registrations for outside photographers is because we never get our pictures. I have a strong relationship with the photographers that we use now. They do not release not one picture until I see them. No picture goes on social media that's been taken by I'm not going to do air quotes for my people because they are professionals, but for the other photographers that have covered our events over the past 14 seasons, they would take images and I'm getting inboxes or DMs like, did you see this picture? Did you approve this? Like, who took that picture and why is it up? Now, I can't control what people from their seat do. That I'm not, I can't control that. But if there's a shot from the end of the runway, that means you were in my pit. And no one is in my pit unless I approve them to be. I approve them, well, back up. I semi-approve them, and then my director of photography, he approves them. So I can say, "Oh my God, I love his work. I love her work. Their work is awesome. Can they shoot?" And he'll go like dig deep, deep, deep in the crevices of your photography life and say, "No, they can't do it." I'm like, "Okay, I've learned not to fight with my team. I've done that over the years. I've done enough of that." So, if you're interested in participating, yes, we do. I will keep it 100. I think I've been transparent enough tonight. We do have guidelines and we are looking for quality, not quantity. I just got a text message from a designer we interviewed, and they are moving forward with their registration. I'm so excited. Um, their collection, they were hiding it. And when I tell you Sterling is the truth and finding out stuff. So we're interviewing this designer, and Sterling said, "So wait a minute, I saw this on your IG page. Well, what about that?" And so keep in mind that her and I usually debrief after meeting. So Sterling and I are talking, and she says, "Did you see this?" So I go, everybody's looking by their phone nowadays. So I go to the IG page. I'm like, "Yo, why didn't she show what the?" We call her back up. It is a her. It is a her. We call her back up and say, "Why did you not show us this?" Designers, what I'm realizing it is designers are playing it extremely safe. Baltimore Fashion Week, the shows at BFW, and Emerging Designer Platform, we do not have time for safe. Safe is everyday living. We don't do everyday over here. We want out the box. We want eyes bleeding when your collection come down the runway. And eyes bleeding is a good thing. That means that when your collection comes down the runway, and if I'm standing to the side, I'm walking to the seats because I want to see the fire that I thought I saw when I looked at your collection. But now you have brought so much fire. I'm wishing I had a front row seat. Like sitting right beside my mother. My mother always sits front row. Always. There's no other place for her. As hard as she works, there's no other place for Mama Jenny or Grandma Jenny or Miss Virginia or whatever y'all call her. She will always, 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 always sit front row. And son, I wish I could sit beside her. In 2009 was the only time I was able to sit front row, and then I had to get up when a designer left the runway. I had to get up, give up my seat because I had to handle something backstage. And so, right, the boss. So say it, Nate. Say it, Nate. The boss. Jenny Ben is the boss. So she called me last week. Okay, so I'm squirreling again. She called me last week. We talk almost every day. And sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's business, but we try to talk almost every day. And she said, I really can't. And I feel like I'm disappointing you. I'm like, Ma, how could you feel like you disappointed me? What's going on? What do you mean? And so we talked about it. I was like, Ma, don't you ever, never. You ain't got to do nothing. But see, I know she like to do those gift bags. Baby, can I tell you what Jenny been is trying to bring y'all? Let's say trying because I got to pay for it, right? What she's trying to bring y'all for the gift bags. Y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. See, it's gift bags for the masquerade ball. Okay, masquerade gala. I'm sorry. It's gift bags for that. Then we got gift bags for the 15th. Then we have gift bags if we do the lunch with series. That's more gift bags. Then we might do something for the meet and greet on Thursday the 17th, no, the 18th. On Thursday the 18th, we might do something for that. Okay? Okay. Then we have the 19th and the 20th, more gift bags. And we can't repeat. We cannot repeat. So you will never go to an event on a Saturday and get the same thing on a Monday. That will never happen. Jenny don't play that. She don't play that. She don't play that. And I haven't even opened that email she sent me because I don't want to see the prices. I do not want to see the prices. Now she knows we have a budget. She knows that Nixon has a budget, and she stays within it. But so I'm like, Ma, oh, that's cute. How much is that? And she'll tell me. I was like, okay, so all right. So how many people are sitting at the table? Okay, that okay. So we can get six of them, and let's get 10. But wait a minute, the other table is different because see, for the gala, Nate helped with the theme, and it's an Alice in Wonderland theme. So he worked heavily on the Queen of Hearts table to flipping die for. And the Queen of Hearts is where my mother always sits because she loves red, she loves roses, and that's where she sits at the Queen of Hearts table. So, he did that. And now this year, so we have the White Queen. And I'm going, when I say this month I start buying for the gala. So we have the White Queen. I'm going straight Tim Burton. We got the White Queen, we got the Queen of Hearts, um, the White Rabbit and the Rabbit Hole. But I think I might separate those tables because I got it since I'm in this resin and all this. I have an idea for the Rabbit Hole. I really want it to look like a hole. And I just purchased these coasters that when you look down, the way you design it, it looks like you're looking into. I'm telling you, they're not ready. So then we have Queen of Hearts, White Queen, Rabbit Hole, um, the Mad Hatter, and we're adding Tweedledee and Tweedledum. We're adding the Cheshire Cat. That's going to be so cool. That is going to be, oh my God. It's going to be so cool. So we're adding it, just 7 tables so far that we're adding. And then we just have some random tables because everybody might not like all the happiness that I'm giving. And they just might want a regular table. But even on the regular table, we have like the miniature deck of cards. And you can sit there if you want. I mean, they're like this big. So if you want to play spades with cards this big, go ahead. I might say I got next. You never know. The DJ is going to be Terrence Gardner, DJ T Money. He's a DJ. He spins all kind of music, but I want him. As long as he plays house, I'm good. I just need 5 minutes and I'm good. And so, and at the Masquerade, it's an open bar for the first 2 hours. I love, love, love to do open bar. Although I never eat and I never drink because I'm so busy. I'm making sure everybody else is happy. We're also doing a um, best dressed male, female, and couple. So I ordered the awards. They should be here. Hopefully, they should be here next week. They just say best dress. Right? Tina, no, Tina, no. Hold on. I can't move my mouse quick enough. Tina know house music, right? So Tina knows about the house music, okay? And so, what is I will eat? So if Shannon comes, and Shannon, I really hope you can make it. I really want you to come. I really want you to come. So if you can make it, that would be so awesome. And what else? Am I missing anything? I think I'm not. I think that's it. So the new website, you want to take a look at the new website? Okay, cool. Hold on. I'm so glad you all said yes. Okay, so let me get a clean page over here. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Okay. And I haven't typed Baltimore Fashion Week for so long. Is it still at the top of the page? Oh, it just goes right to it. So I'm sharing my screen. Share screen. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Okay. So when you go to this is the Baltimore. Let me do it again. Okay. When you go to the Baltimore Fashion Week page, this is what you get. This screen populates, and it lets you know right off the bat that you should be going to the shows at BFW. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that for the actual runway events, now the ones on the 15th of August, you can purchase a ticket to, but the one on the runway shows, let me do this. Let me do this. The runway shows on, okay, the runway shows on the 19th and the 20th, you have to be invited to. We are no longer selling tickets to our runway shows, not the ones where the designers are on it. You have to be invited. Right. And I'm going to do this. Boop. And so when you go here, you click enter. Let's pray. Visit the shows at BFW. Let's pray that it works. That's been, yay, it works. So this is the site that I designed. Isn't she beautiful? And so HKM Employment Attorneys is a sponsor, and more sponsors are coming. Well, more partners per se. Look at that dress. Look at that dress. If I ever got married, my dress is going to be just like that, short in the front and all that. Well, maybe not short in the front, but you know. Tina, come. Tina, come. I got to add you to the list. You can be my guest. So when you go to the site, it's, the about page, hot, right? Straight fire. Look at that. Who knows to do that? Straight fire. And so it talks about the shows at BFW and also speaks a little bit about Baltimore Fashion Week. I'm not one for reading it, so you can go to the site, read it yourself. And then hello. Okay, the bottom of this is gone. So right here is supposed to be the sponsor levels. Okay, we'll fix that when we get off the page, off the live. Okay, then we have, okay, thank God this still works. So we have our press page and the CIE Fashion Magazine out of Los Angeles. As soon as we pushed the marketing, they shared it, which was so awesome. Linger Magazine is our PR partner, so they're awesome. And here is the gallery with the video. So we added some history to the site because it was apparent that people were a little bit confused. So I want people to know that Baltimore Fashion Week is still here. It's just that now we have a spinoff. Okay, the spinoff is on the added platform. It's the shows at BFW, which is by invite only. And over the past 14 seasons, we've showcased 273 designers. Okay. And I am so grateful to all the models who volunteered each year. Up until this year, they volunteered each year to be in the show. And I'll play this video. I'm gonna play it because I think it's really cool. So this video was taken, the first one from 2010 when we were at the Towson Sheridan. So I'll share that. And that was so let you see the other pictures on the site before I show you our New York show. So this is all the marketing for Baltimore Fashion Week. This picture right here was from 2008, the first year. You know, we came a long way from this one right here. This one I think is 2015. This is 10. This is 2018, I believe. I think this is 2012. This is 2017. That was our 10th year. Um, and more designers. This is Flex, and I would really wish they would come back. This is from a designer right here. His name was Daryl Loudboy. I can't remember his last name, but he's an awesome designer. So now, what those of you don't know, or you may not know, is that we also do a show during New York Fashion Week, and that will return next year. Um, so with the designer debut, we're going to do the same platform like we do here. It'll be an industry sanctioned show, meaning by invite only, but it will be in New York. I have identified the location, so next year will happen during New York Fashion Week. I wanted to wait until New York Fashion Week was more, well, until New York was more open. I was really worried about the pandemic and I was scared. So I've been to New York and everything's fine. They have changed a little bit. It does look much different from the last time I was there, like maybe 2 years ago. But it's still that same vibe. It's a little bit minimized, a little bit. It just felt a little different when I was there. But let me show you what we did. So in 2000, I think this might be 2018, I was in New York and Brian True, who his wife is Kissy. Everybody knows him, very well known, renowned photographer and videographer. He came to the show. He was in New York and he came by. He was like, Sharon. He said, you're Sharon? I was like, yeah, yeah. He said, I'm Brian. I was like, oh my God, I'm Brian. Oh my God, I follow you on social media. I was just such a groupie. Oh, y'all know I'm such a groupie, right? So he said, can I cover your show? I was like, yeah, well, let me ask Doug. So I had to ask Doug, and Doug was like, sure, sure, sure. So this is what he captured. And I swear, every time I watch it, I just want to cry because that was being in New York, bringing designers from Baltimore, and then being in New York. It was such a different vibe. Um, if you get what I'm talking about, it's just because New York gets it. So you can come down the runway with a trash bag and heels with a leather purse if that's how you want to present your accessories, and it's accepted. It's accepted. So that's how I run, or we run, not I, we run Baltimore Fashion Week because it's a vibe. We hear about style. Fashion is different to me, to us. Style is what gets you noticed. So let's look at the video. Oh, it was 2017. I'm sorry. I think this was our first year. Yeah, this was our first year. So cool. The line was all the way out the door. When you put it like that, like that, like that, like that, you right. You got it like that, when I act like that, alright, alright. I'm gonna let the back on her. You right, you right. You right, like that, like that. 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 When you put it like that, like that. When you put it like that, you right, you right. You right, you right. You right, you right. Put it like that, though. Y'all ready? Y'all not ready? Oh my God! This is like, girl, y'all just don't, y'all don't understand. You don't. That right there, when a vibe, I don't know what word is better than a vibe, but when you do New York Fashion Week and you do it right, and they respect you the first year you come, we had people coming up to us because you saw me. I did the fist pump during registration, right? People don't come through. What I do, I gotta step in and do my job. It's just, it's just amazing the work that my team and the hair for New York. We only work with the New York Institute of Beauty. So my very first year, they contacted us and said we heard because we get on when we do our show in New York, we're on the Fashion Week online runway event calendar. So they reached out to me. They said, we heard your nonprofit. We wanted to know how we could help. I was like, well, I don't know, who are you? And she said, she told me she was the director for the New York Institute of Beauty, and they do most of the shows for most of the larger shows for New York Fashion Week. And I was like, oh my God. I said, I don't know if I can afford you. She said, oh no, it's complimentary. It's how the students get their hours. When I tell you, so let me tell you, for those of you who don't know how we roll for this show, the New York Fashion Week or Baltimore Fashion Week. So let me back. For New York Fashion Week, I meet with the designers, send me their looks. So the designers send me their hair and their makeup look, along with the show, the models, and the order of the show. Okay. So I send to New York. Then the same thing I do for New York, I do for here. So I'm just going to talk in general terms, but keep in mind that it goes for both shows. And when we do the emerging designer platform, it's going to go for all three shows. Okay. So the designer sends us their model, their final model that's in show lineup. They send us their hair. They send it to me where they talk to the lead person, but I always get it too. So they send us the final model lineup, the hair looks, and the makeup looks, and if they have it, the color of the garment, like what the model is wearing. Okay. When we do New York, this is why I have a strong deadline of July 15th, because July 15th is when things go out the door, especially for New York. So on July 15th, around 16th or the 17th, I send a PDF binder to NYIB, and they start working on the looks for the shows. It's not a, oh, well, let me look at it the day before or the day of, the hair and makeup team and getting looks. Even for Baltimore Fashion Week, they get the looks as soon as the designer is, excuse me, as soon as the designer is registered. Hold on, I got a message. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. As soon as the designer is registered, or they send me and I respond back, and I also forward it to the lead beauty professional, which is now handling hair and makeup. I sent it to my photographers. I sent it to the lead production person, and I sent it. Who else gets it? Oh, I get it. So I guess that's four people I send it to. And the same thing happens over here for Baltimore Fashion Week. So once registration ends, like even before it ends, like when a model, I'm sorry, when a designer pays their deposit, the ball starts rolling that day. Like, okay, so this is the number of looks they're doing. They'll need 20 models. So they get the list. Oh, and for designers, we send them a spreadsheet and images, which I just received last week from the first casting. They get the raw images, which is a headshot, a quarter shot, full side body, and full front body. Okay, so they get all those images on the secure page on our Zenfolio site. They also get the model stats, which includes the name, phone number, gender, their identifying gender, and their stats like height, weight, and all that. So they get all that way before the go see. So they can flip through images and say, oh, okay, I really like her, but I don't know. She might not do this, dress or whatever, any justice. So let me keep going. So during our go see, the designers can select up to, say they have 20 looks, they can select 40 models. I just need by June 15th. Well, for the go see, it's a little bit different. So for the go see, they have 2 weeks, about 2 to 3 weeks, to select their models and then send me their final selection. And I let the models know, thank you, but these are the models that were selected for that designer. Okay, okay. We can't have a lot of models working along, especially since we're paying them this year. So if you're not being paid, then you can't be here. Was that crash? I hope not. Anyway, if it hurt anybody's feelings, I'm sorry. And so that's how we work. So it's not like, I think a lot of people have the misconception that because we're in Baltimore that we handle, oh God, let me watch how I say this. Nate, you here? So okay, so I'm gonna get to your questions, Nate. So all I know is New York. When I went to New York, my very first show, that's all I know. That's all I wanted to do, and I said I'm bringing it to Baltimore. And I'll never forget. It was at Bryant Park, and I ran into, it was a what's the people with the yellow trucks that deliver stuff? Not DMX, he passed away. Oh, what are they called? Not, it's FedEx, UPS, and then what's the yellow and orange people? Well, anyway, those people. I went into their station, and the woman was like, "Oh," I said, "Oh, can I have your card?" Because I was looking for sponsorships, and I'm young. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't young, but I was green to the sponsorship thing back then. Back then. And so she said, here's a code. What do you want it for? I said, well, DHL. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Sterling. Hey, Sterling. And thank you, Nate. I was just talking about you, Sterling. You got to watch the replay. So she said, so what do you want it for? I said, oh, I'm looking for, sponsorship, hopefully the part. I was so nervous, y'all. I said, but I held it. I repped Baltimore, right? So, I said, just to I want to get the information so I can talk to him about a possible sponsorship. And she said, well, what do you want sponsorship for? And I said, for Baltimore Fashion Week. Oh, Baltimore has a fashion week. That right there. I had to make it happen because I had to prove her wrong. But let me tell you how things work, right? Okay, remember her. Remember Baltimore as a sponsor at Fashion Week. Her, okay, remember her. Okay, the 1-6. Remember her. So I had, by chance, I don't know why, but I had made up invitations for Baltimore Fashion Week, which was really taking place. It was just something I had made up and I had them printed. I don't know why I did that, but I gave it to her and I had a business card. I said, here's my invitation and my card. Please come through. I probably was saying come through now. Well, please come or something like that. So fast forward. 2010 is the year, no, was it 2000? 2009 was the year when we did, August 10th through the 14th was the year when we did a fashionable dream. So I used to have all these names for the fashion week, like, oh, kick him in the eye, hit him in the shin, that kind of stuff, right? So the woman I ran into at Bryant Park, she called me, right? And she said, I've been following you since I met you. I'm like, who is this? Because when you come for me, I get very defensive. I'm like, who is this? She said, oh, I'm the DHL lady. I said, oh, hello, how are you? And I probably raised my eyebrow like this because I was in my room. And so she said, yeah, she said, I'm watching you. But she said, it was her and another woman. Another woman worked here in Baltimore, and they both let me know. It wasn't like I took it as a come for me, but now that I'm so versed in it now, I appreciate it. And so they said, you need to get rid of all those they didn't titles and themes. They said you need to get rid of the themes. It's called the Fashion Week. I said, okay. So I did it. I said, but they won't get it. She said, it doesn't matter if they get it. Those that do will get it. I said, okay. So keep in mind, I'm still green. I'm still green, right? Okay. I'm supposed to go live and do something else. Okay. Just give me 20 more minutes. Just 20 more minutes and I'll be done. So then fast forward to 2011. Okay. Horrible year for me. Horrible. I don't even want to talk about it. I just want you to know that the woman that was in a DHL booth, vendor booth, came to the show and she said I had to meet the woman who did not stop. Like you kept going. And she knew all. I mean, it was horrible, y'all. It was horrible. It was all in the it was horrible. It was a mess. But we made through it. And she said I had to meet. She said I had to come up here and meet you. She said I'm so proud of you. I don't. I have her card. I think it's in my top drawer, of my dresser. And she said I'm so proud you didn't give up. So that's it. Oh, wait a minute. They had questions. That's all I had to say because I'm, hey, Sterling. Sterling's here. So Sterling is the IG police. So if you're registering, please have your IG on point. You can't be having on your business page food unless you're celebrating a new brand you're releasing. Please don't have that on the page because she will bring it up. She is the IG police and I love her for it. Okay. You come for her, you come for me, you come for all of us. So Nate had a question, and his question was, what if you have models you want to include also? So if you have models, the only stipulation that we have regarding outside models is that they must attend the casting. And the reason being is because when models from outside, and when I say outside models that aren't vetted or selected by me, they tend to come with this air about them and they always end up getting removed. They always end up getting kicked out. They have to follow the same protocol as everybody else. And because you're walking for a particular designer and you feel as though you didn't have to go through the process, it's like you feel like you're better than everybody else. And then that when you feel that way, then you're disrespecting the talent that is there that has, and because we don't do rehearsals. So you're disrespecting the talent that went through the casting, they sent in their documentation, they followed the guidelines, they attended the go see, they came to the fitting, they met with the designer, they got their hair done and all of this. And then here you come, you and your clan, and you think you're going to do it's not happening. Not here, not ever. So I can usually tell from a model when they walk up to the table to get their number, what type of air they have about them. And sometimes I try to push the envelope just to see. And I can usually tell if they're going to be a good fit. And now sometimes I won't even give them a number. I'll say, you know what, I don't think this event is for you. And they'll say, oh my, I don't understand why you said. I said because your attitude. I pick your attitude up now, and I'm not having it. I'm not, and I'm working on no coffee. So we're not for the sake of both of us. I think that I think that you should not register and maybe come back next year. Okay. Okay. And so we had a model, perfect example. And if she's listening, I called her my friend for all time. She already knows. I told her at the cast, and I said, you and I could become real good friends. So she was walking and her walk was a little off. So I said to her, I said, I need you to go back and walk again. And this is what she did. I said, excuse me. Well, no, tell her come here. Tell her come here. So she came in. I said, is there a problem? I'm sorry. You don't want to walk again? Because that was horrible that you gave me. But I mean, if you want to work off of that, you can keep that and I'll just tell you you're a no now. So we don't have to go through this. So what you doing? You walking or you leaving? Like it's just like that. No, Sterling, right? Right? Sterling was there. She was like, oh my God. I'm telling you, the castings are a thing. They're a thing. Because I don't play. Because if you disrespect me, you'll disrespect the designers. If you disrespect the designers, you're going home. Okay? And no pay for you. So yeah. So if you have your own models, just tell them to go on the line and register. Sterling said yes. Just tell them to go online and register, fill out the form to upload 4 images of them wearing all black. I don't care if you were in a show. I don't care if you have the best denim and it costs you $400 per leg. All I want to see is black. Because when you come to the casting, all I want to do is see if you can walk. I don't care what you look like. I really don't. I just need a clean walk. Because the day of the show, I won't recognize you anyway. Unless you've been walking with us for at least 4 seasons, I probably won't recognize you. I won't. And even the models who have worked for us before, they still, even though in next year, hopefully we'll get to the point where we can just develop a database and I can just reach out to models and say, look, I need you for Fashion Week. Are you available? Yes or no? And they say yes or no. And then I let the agency know so they can work on the paperwork to get those models paid. Because it's time, and I was a little hesitant on saying this, but I'm going to say it because y'all don't like me anyway. It's time for producers of fashion weeks to start paying these models. I'm sorry, it's time. I have felt bad since 2006 knowing that I could not pay models. I have been waiting all of my natural born African American cute as ever life to pay a model, and it's happening this year. And I am so happy. I'm so happy. We finally figured out. Well, I have to meet with my board to get approval, but I finally figured out the amount that I want to pay the models to present to the board. They bless it, and then it's in stone. So I'm excited, and the team is excited. It's going to be an awesome year. I'm we have a designer that's moving forward, really awesome, and Sterling and I have been spending our Tuesdays and Thursdays meeting with designers. Some of them don't show up, and that's fine. You want to keep the appointment? That's fine. You can re-register, but guess what? You won't walk this year. I'm not even honoring a second time with you. You waste our time. You don't get a second. Don't even re-register. You can do that next year. How about that? Do that next year, and hopefully I'll be happy and I'll let you in. If not, you don't get it. So that's how it is. Quality over quantity. It's time. It's time. And as producers, y'all need to start paying these models. Pay them something because they're traveling all over the world. From one side of the map to the other to get to the shows. They're not being paid. They're walking out in the snow on top of rooftop buildings, no pay. It's ridiculous. And if they all got together and stood up as producers, we would all be in trouble, and even me. And I'm paying, but it's not no $4,500,000. But I'm paying them something to build up to what they really should be getting. I can't give them what they really should be getting right now because we're just starting. But at least they're getting. Let me take that back. Because I can hear somebody say, "Oh my God, you just said you've been done for 15 seasons." We're just starting this platform that is invite only that will pay the models. Matter of fact, everybody's getting paid except for me. Hairstylists, makeup artists, production team, photographers, and somebody else, hairstylists, makeup. Oh, and the stylists. The stylists get paid. I forgot about them. They get paid from each designer they work with. They get paid. It's their time. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I just want to meet with you. And me and the stylist, we get together. We say yes or no. If it's a yes, they know when you're registration is complete. I send that information over to them. They work it out. I'm not calling people. Oh, did you meet with? That's not my lane. She knows her lane. They know their lane. They know the timeline and they figure it out. They're grown people. I'm not babysitting. I'm working on 2023 right now. So I can't be babysitting people in 2020. Where do I fill out my W-9? Okay, so hold on. Nate had a question. Where do I fill out my W-9? Let's leave it on the screen. Bam. So for W-9s, if you are accepted, if you are a model, anybody that's receiving an honorarium honorarium from us will have to complete a W-9, and the W-9 will be with us because we have to report that to the IRS because we are a nonprofit. So the fact that Baltimore Fashion Week is a fundraising arm of the Fashion Umbrella Foundation. So all of this is under the Fashion Umbrella Foundation, Inc., which is a nonprofit. Okay, so let's get it straight. Let's get it straight. So even the designer's registration, um, their registration fee, they even get to write it off because it's a donation, and donation paid the model. So there's a tax write off for them, a certain portion of it, not all of it, a certain portion of it. So yeah, now you got good questions. Ask another one. Ask another one, because then I got to go live and open this box because I have to. I got some stuff. I have to make 85 coasters for my niece's wedding, which is on April 30th. Not only that, I'm working on an order now that I need to go in and add another color on top of it because that needs to be ready. I want that ready by Tuesday. So every day I have to add another color. So I'm going to go in there tonight, add another color to it, which will be color number 2. So I have to do 8 colors. And trying to figure out how much resin it takes is crazy. So Nate, you don't have any other questions? Sterling, do you have any questions? Um, Lisa, Shannon, uh, hold on, Starling. What's her first name? Tina Starling. No questions. Okay. So if there are no questions, and I know there's a 3 to 4 second delay, so I'll wait a little bit. But I'm done. Meh. Was it meh? No, it's meh. Meh. So this was fun. So hopefully, this little brief um, video will help any type of misconception that is out there on the street. Because I know it's out there because I'm hearing it. I'm like, yo, that is not how this works. But I don't say anything. If you want to go around being confused, Sterling, don't come for my IG page when I submit. Oh, she coming, Nate. I'm telling you. It's business, boo. You better get those earrings together if you want her to keep quiet. I heard her say that she wanted some with leather strips. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Lisa said it helped her a lot. So, Lisa, I don't know if you were here earlier, but we were talking about um, the IG page and how we called you back. Said, hey, what about this in this backpack? Why you keeping that hidden? Why you keeping that? Girl, you better. I'm telling this one right here, Lisa. Yo, y'all, she been sleeping on all y'all. I'ma tell you right now, she been sleeping. Girlfriend got it. She got it. She got the flavor. We gave her some homework. I was like, I need you to watch Sex in the City. That's what I need you to watch because you right there. But I need to push you a little bit more. So we need you to watch Sex in the City. I need you because I need you to get what you got because you don't know what you got, but you got it. So she watched Sex in the City. She's like, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. So I'm like, what? I said, you didn't like Carrie Bradshaw? You didn't like Samantha? You didn't like what's it, Carrie, Samantha? What's the one that was really proper? And then Miranda. What is the one that's proper? What is the one that's Sterling? What's the name of the one that's proper? That married the Jewish guy. So it was Samantha, Carrie, Miranda. Oh my God, what is her name? Anyway, the one that's really proper. She was like, I didn't get it. I was like, what? What? She said, because she was wearing mix this and mix that. I was like, girl, they all exude style. Fashion is something different, but style, baby, should have told her girlfriends. What? So it was just, it's so refreshing for, and Sterling is just, she's eating it. When I say she's eating it, she's eating it, loving every minute of it. Um, and so when we meet these designers, I get into this whole different person. It's kind of Charlotte, that's the name. Yes, Charlotte. So Carrie, Samantha, Charlotte, and Miranda. We're like, oh my God, Sex in the City. Oh my God. So if you're applying, and Nate, you're right there with Sex in the City. The way you design and create, you're right there. You're so off the cuff and avant-garde and outside the box. I mean, you create, Nate creates as if a box where? Who do that? Like he don't create, there's no barrier for him. And with our shows, from the shows at BFW to the designer debut at New York Fashion Week to the emerging designer platform, all of anybody who registers, you can't be normal over here. That normal stuff, you need to take it to somebody else's show because it'll never pass us. It's everyday-ish. I'm looking for, we are inviting buyers to the show. They don't want to see stuff they can get in rave or stuff they saw when they walked in the door. Nobody wants to be like everybody else. They want to be different. They want to be different. And if you ever catch Sterling on a night out, she is style. She is complete style. When she came to my artist debut last Saturday, like I don't expect anything less from her. I don't. And she come in there regular. I'm like, are you sick? That I've never seen her downplay her style. Never, never. Straight Vogue, avant-garde. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. She owns it and doesn't care who looks at her. Just a bad mama jam. I was going to say something, but I stopped cursing because now I stopped cursing. So I'm gonna go because I need to go. I need to do an unboxing, and I have to do it on my YouTube channel for Nixon Art Gallery. So I'm gonna go because I need to let the my sponsor know that I'm going live so she can join it because she's 3 hours behind me. She's in California. So I love you all. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. No question is ever silly or crazy. I'm here for you all. We're here for you all. Fashion Week is here for you all, but this year you for the runway shows to see the designers, got to be on a list, boo. Sorry, no more tickets. No more tickets. I'm so happy to be here. So it's like Lupe Fiasco. If you're not on this, who rung you? Like I'm just trying to figure some things out. And I already got a bulldog at the desk. She was just like, I want to do it. I want to do it. Oh, let me do it. I was like, I want to do it. She's like, but Aunt Sharon, well, it's my niece. She was like, Aunt Sharon, I want to do it. Let me do the list. Like it's going to be amazing. When people walk up hoping to buy a ticket, I'm sorry, your name is, oh, what is it? Samantha Smith. Let me check. And what was your last name again, ma'am? Smith. I'm checking. No, we don't have a Smith. We have another last name, but not Smith. Are you sure? Is this the right name you're supposed to be on the list with? Okay. Ma'am, I'm sorry, you're not here. Well, I want to get in because my cousin. Okay. All right. That's what I'm saying. I won't say that. I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay. Bye. I got to go. So I love you all. Have a pleasant weekend. My weekend is full of creativity. Church is 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, then church on Sunday. And it's crazy, but I love it. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.